money, penny. This shit got me in.
No anyway, so I wanted to ask y'all, like, what inspired y'all to box? Like, what made you want to get into it?
I've always been into martial arts as a kid, man. Like, I remember the first time I saw a Bruce Lee movie, I was at my uncle's house, and it was Chinese Connection. Yo, that movie was so dope.
I'm about to look that up.
Yo, Chinese Connection. Ever since I saw that dude, man, I was just like, man, I want to do, like, whatever he's involved with, I want to do. So as a kid, I was doing Taekwondo, Aikido, Muay Thai. A lot of things I did, I would just watch hella movies and try to replicate whatever they did. Duplicate, whatever. But I was one of those, I wasn't the best student. So my mom was like, if you ain't getting good grades, I ain't paying for none of this. Right? So it was, I would fluctuate with my grades in the downtime. I'd be like, well, if I can't go to those studios, I can at least work on my fitness. You can always do that. That's like the cheapest thing. Running's free. Doing push-ups is free. You know what I'm saying? So I would always do that kind of stuff and watch the movies and try to get the feel for the moves they were doing and stuff like that. As far as boxing goes, when I moved to Vegas when I was 21, I was just about to join the Marines. My friend called me up. He was like, yo, I'm going out to Vegas for a training camp. At this time, I was trying to pursue MMA. And he's like, yo, you should come out. We're going to train with Vanderlei. It's going to be dope, da-da-da-da. At the time, I was personal trainer at LA Fitness. Hated the job. Probably one of the worst jobs I've had. No, I can't say that. The second worst. I had like $1,300 in my bank account. I had no girlfriend, no connections, really. I was just like, shit, I'm just going to go. Went out to Vegas on a whim. I probably found out on Tuesday, was on the plane by Friday type shit, you know. Went out there and then...
I love shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
A little training camp ended up being 2 years. In that 2 years, I detached myself from the MMA gym mainly because it was costing too much for what I had. So when I went out there, I had $1,300, no job, and it was $200 a month to train. On top of, I think you paid like $150 a month, and they had this house that a whole bunch of fighters stayed at. Once my funds started getting low, I made friends with this security guard, and he got me in the door with the job, and he actually let me stay with his peoples for a little bit. My man Steve, good people, I'll never forget him.
Shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Steve, man. So I would bike past his boxing gym on the way to Vanderlei's every day. And then my mom reverted back to that when funds was low. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the boxing gym. And then, so I boxed once before when I was 20, my first amateur show, but I just dabbled in it just to see where my hands were for MMA. So I went on the MMA, I got off that and I started putting all my time into boxing. And I was just like, yeah, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I still got a soft spot for Muay Thai. And I watch MMA from time to time, but boxing it's dope. It's beautiful. So I moved back to Maryland because the amateur scene in Vegas is whack. It's trash. The pro scene is hot.
Yeah. But
amateur scene, honestly, East Coast and far west, like Cali. Those are the dopest amateur spots. So my friend was like, man, we get fights every week out here. There was a point where I went a year and I maybe had like one amateur bout, maybe two. And that's unheard of. Out here, you can fight every weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I came back, did Golden Gloves, I did Mayor's Cup. I went to the
ringside.
Didn't make the ringside, but I went to the Rio trials for the Olympic team. That was a dope experience.
Yeah.
And then I made my pro debut last year in July. June or July, one of those. And I can't.
What's your record?
Right now I'm 2-0.
Shout outs to 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
About to be 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
August. So yeah, martial arts has always been my thing, man. And I'm like a huge nerd, so I love like fighting games. I love Japanese cartoons, Dragon Ball.
Shout out to you ladies listening to this. You like all that.
I like all that shit. I love
Wait,
that.
so I should put my daughter back in,
shit.
I had my daughter in karate. You say martial arts. Martial arts and karate is kind of more
martial
or less.
arts, see, this is my thing, man. Whenever I tell people I'm a martial artist, I'm like, what you box? Boxing is martial art. Anytime you can use your body as a weapon, it's a martial art. Boxing is
That's
martial
why
art.
they lock you up. That's why when your hands are registered, they as a weapon.
Yeah, man. Martial arts. Yeah, definitely keep her. Yeah.
Your hands registered.
I feel like
she
every
did it for
woman.
like 6 months, and then I stopped her because at the time I didn't have the funds, and now I actually have the funds, but I don't have the time. So I'm kind of, if I get her back, I think it was 2 or 3 days a week. So I would have to figure out someone to get her to and from there. But I would definitely get her back in. She was interested. And I still had the martial arts book, you know, with the proper terminology and crap in it. So maybe I'll have her start reading up on it.
Yeah.
To get her back in there.
Boxing's definitely, I feel like it's the most practical. Maybe I'm being biased. But I feel like if you use it in the street, I feel like it's the most practical. Because 9 times out of 10, I've seen a lot of...
Who finna do this?
A lot of corny street fights.
Right.
Right. And I feel like even if a girl knows, if a jab is the only punch she knows, but if she knows how to step into it, if she has to, she can put somebody out.
Now you know how to punch.
But
She just dingy, she laughs. She don't have no really technique. She don't know when.
Or you hit somebody in the nose that never really get hit in the nose, then the eyes start watering up, then you can just bink off. Bink, bink, bink.
Right.
Or you can get out of there. You hit them once and you flee.
I told her to start, you know, boxing classes with children because I was like, I would definitely put my daughter in a boxing class. Yeah. I can't find any that's affordable. Like, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't want to pay all that money. But I would definitely do it if I found, like, you know, cheaper. Yeah. And
no, it's around the way. For real. No, for real. Things link up, you know, around the way. And I'll just do it myself. I'll probably start training little dude next door. The dude look like TK dude. TK. What? You know about TK, the dude that's locked up? But the little boy that's next door, right there, he always knocking on the door, put some trash.
Oh, yeah.
But he look like TK. I mean,
you got to do him and Naya. My baby needs to know how to fight.
I get it, but But anyway, yeah.
When you was living in Vegas, you never thought about going to LA? Because you say it was more fights
there. We went for when I was out there, I had no car. I was biking everywhere.
Oh.
And it's cool because Vegas is such a small city to where you give yourself an hour, you can get anywhere you need to be.
Nigga, it got all them hills and shit.
Actually, it's kind of flat.
Oh,
it's flat for the most part.
Oh, that's San Francisco, though.
Yeah, that's San Francisco. Yeah, you think about San Francisco. So we went to LA for like a day trip. My homie and his girl, she went back to her parents' house to pick up some stuff. So we was at this house party, like a Latino house party, which was kind of dope. It was dope. And then that was it. I didn't really see LA.
Note to self: find a LA Latino party when I go.
Yes,
I want to go to all the parties when I go to LA.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to go with a little bit of money, so I need bitches to buy me food.
Yeah,
man, we could tag team. What the hell you gonna be with Key?
Man, Key can have an understanding. We play these hoes.
Okay.
Y'all play the hoes together.
Man, what?
Okay. 2-player game.
Hello.
Okay.
Rated E for everything.
Mm-hmm. You got a 2-for-1.
So, Jess, how did you get started?
Jess has anger issues. That's how she got started.
That's real life. And my parents, they try to keep me in the inbox because with my gay ass, you know, my friends was disrespectful. Once again, calling the phone, answering machine, acting like it's a church little situation, preaching. And in Jesus' name, doing all this on the answer machine. So I'm in my room, mind you, my parents' room. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But I was off some anger issues. I was punching a wall. My parents had walls like this, wooden walls. They would piss me off. They won't let me out, so I'm punching the wall. And
they won't let you out the house?
They won't let me because they think I'm about to go to the movies with a female. One little joke, I was doing some disrespectful shit in the church. She want to try to do some finger stuff.
Sex in the church?
I wasn't. It was her, the little dog bitch. I found out she was a dog.
And it was too late. She was already stalking you.
She was acting feminine around me, and I don't want to look in this bitch in her face anytime I see her. You know, but thank God she moved to Greensburg or some shit like that, Louisiana. But I just had little problems. And, you know, and my uncle, my great grandfather, Joe Brown, used to fight back in the G, come to find out. He was real successful in Louisiana. So I guess it was in my blood. Plus I was fucked up in the head also. Shout out to my parents. 87.
Shout out to Mama Pop.
November 4th.
But your father was really supportive of you boxing.
Yes.
Because I remember you used to say stuff like that. Like, I remember you used to be like, man, when I go home, my father would be like, I'm small.
Yeah, my father, he supports me in anything I do, you know what I'm saying? He just want me to be successful. That's all he wants. And I still owe that to him. And what else I got to say? What else?
Shout out to
Is that why you left Louisiana?
Some other shit. But it's a lot of things that was going on, issues. passing.
You are watching Soft 30.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Click all the buttons.
Click, click, click.